Okay, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Rough Sketch to Final Draft. I am your host, Coach Adam, and we are now walking happily into episode 4, season 2, with incredible content as we are doing our absolute best to continue providing for you and the family of this amazing Coach Adam community and the Rough Sketch to Final Draft family, which we are growing here. Thank you so much for all of that. I just want to take a moment to recognize the growth of this channel. We're almost to 500 followers as of today. And to kick that off with a celebration, I have an amazing guest with me today. Mr. Anthony, would you like to tell the audience about yourself and introduce yourself a little bit for us?
Yeah. Hey guys. First off, my name is Anthony Pulido. I want to thank Adam for having me on the podcast. Amazing opportunity, amazing guy. Um, only known him for a couple months, honestly, but have has motivated me and taught me so much that he probably didn't even know so far. A little bit about my background. I'm born and raised from Modesto, California. Um, Graduated in the Bay Area college and have a little bit of soccer coaching background back then.
Nice.
About 7 to 8 years of travel and coach at the university level, and so I do have athletic background. And currently, I am trying to get up on this fitness business to help others and serve others as best as I can. And
Fantastic.
yeah, just figure life out as I go forward.
There we go. Isn't that the right thing to do? And for 2024, it seems like that's going to be the push for positivity. We've all gone through a lot of things. And again, holding space for everyone that's going through something now and everyone that's been going through something, basically, knock on wood, since COVID. I mean, the world has gone through some tumultuous ups and downs. People have been faced with some challenges more so than ever before. And it's interesting that even psychologically, Dale Carnegie and Stephen Covey types will talk about these things that usually within about a 2 to 3 year time period, there gets to be this space where you start to feel the wash of wanting to move on to the next. That now, even though you're working through your struggles, there really is an absolute impetus, and the inertia goes away. And now you want to move forward with that and change lives. So, with that, what kind of inspires you, Anthony, to want to make a difference in others' lives? What inspired you to want to choose this kind of pathway in life? And what kind of gets you up in the morning? Kind of a thing.
Honestly, I'm a little older now, right? I'm a married man, proud married man. I have a great wife. We have a little boy. And
Oh,
since that little boy, he's 18 months, and so he's still a little guy. He's awesome. But since he's
nice.
come in, yeah, life has definitely changed. Um,
Hmm.
the maturity level, needs to go up a little bit. Right when he
Yeah.
was out, and to be honest, I come from a really good family, love and support both my mother and father and sister, just us four. But as a dad now, I realize how important it is to be a good person.
Hmm.
And I've always had that in my back pocket growing up, is being a good team player, being a good
Yeah.
teammate, and just being a good friend. And it didn't really matter if I was your friend or not. I would always want to include you. And
Yeah.
now as a grown man, I just realized how much my parents instilled that in me. So now
Hmm.
I really do care for others, and sometimes my wife even tells me it's to a fault where I give so much to others and I want to help so many people, but that I have to realize I have to save some of that for the house, for the home, for the family. And so
Yeah.
um, really that's what currently I'm really strive to be, my genuine self, to help others, right? But also
Yeah.
be the family man that I know my dad and my mom raised. And
Hmm.
yeah, as life gets busier, it gets harder. And we got
Yeah.
another baby coming in January, literally in 3 4 weeks. So we got another
God
newborn coming our way.
blessings to
So
you.
it's
Yeah.
blessings on blessings on blessings. So
I love that. I love that. I love
that
that. And
currently
now
right
family
now is my drive.
family's it.
What
Family
was
is
that?
it. No, I was just simply saying family is it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's
And
just,
so
it's fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah, I come from a good one, you know, and I'm close to my. I think I heard on your last episode that your relationship with your father is a little different, right?
very much so. I came from a very good home. I was
Yeah.
raised by a single father, and we came
Yes.
here from France. So when we immigrated, I was quite young. It was just the two of us, and the before, hence, of being in custody with my father and moving to the States was a little bit more of a up and down, tumultuous grind. So I genuinely respect and love family, whether it's one or two or the full go. So I certainly understand and
Yeah.
love the fact that you honor your father and your parents and the setting the example now for your new life coming into your family. That's magnificent. So and please oh no, and I was just saying, just add into also what's getting you going into the fitness aspect of things as well. So just for the sake of the audience, so they understand
Yeah.
what the fitness drive is as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my fitness journey started a couple years back. I think this coming year, I think it'll be like 11 years where I really, I really haven't take too much breaks from the gym, about 10, 11 years. And before that, prior to that, I played college soccer. So I have, athleticism in me and muscle memory. But it's been almost, over a decade of working out. And I've tried to apply that consistent hard work that I put in the gym and try to apply that to other aspects of my life. And as I grow, and my current situation where I'm trying to really push to for this fitness, I just get so much good feedback, including from you, Adam. That's how we actually met in the gym, and you just came up to me and wanted to know my story because of my fitness level. And the more people that I get in contact in the gym, I feel like they have their own little, journey, and they just don't want to help others. They do, but not truly, honestly. And that's just not who I am. So every time I get a, a gym member that needs help or needs guidance or needs to share because I'm supersetting too much, not a problem. I'm always open to helping people, and the more that happened, I just got more recognition from others, and I actually had a couple members that come in and out of the gym. For example, I had a gentleman that I met about 3 4 years back, and you know how people come and go from the gym because of life. It's hard, so they get on their gym journey, and then life something happens, and they have to stop for a little bit, and they get off their gym wheel. So this gentleman, this specific gentleman, I haven't seen him in about 3 or 4 years, but he did come up to me about last year and mention to me that the reason we didn't see him for a couple years is because he had cancer, and he's been battling with that forever. And so he just came up to me randomly and let me know that, and to let me know that the reason that he's still in the gym is because he remembers me coming in nonstop every day. Every time they come in at the gym, they'd see me, and they it just motivate him to get in there. And then so when he got over, thank God, I believe he beat the cancer. Um, I saw him in the gym, and he just let me know that he's back better than ever, and he's not going to stop. And what do you know? I'm still there. So it was a really good full circle to just feel that. And I like to try to be genuine and empathetic with others. And yeah, that just really made my day. And if anything, I was really proud of the man. Like, holy heck, whatever I had in life going on, man, this guy was kicking butt. So if anything, I'm just so proud of the people that I motivate, and literally, they motivate me to be accountable for the things that I preach and the things that I do. And so, yeah, the people at the gym and that say that I motivate, they really do full circle motivate me and do a lot for me. Because like whenever my life is going, not the greatest outside the gym, because everyone sees me in the gym and I'm killing it. killing it and looking good, feeling good. But that's not every day in my full life, right? So um, dealing with dealing just with life struggles, right? I try to turn that positive feel and that positive, yeah, that positive feeling that I get in the gym and I do for others, and I'm trying to get help back from the people that I do motivate. And it's all similar people, all the things that I go through in life. If I share it with them, then I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one of these issues and these problems. So, and we're all out here trying to battle um, hard things. So,
Some of those things now, kind of moving
yeah,
forward, with new life in your wonderful world, and congratulations in that regard. And thank you again for letting the audience understand that good fathers matter, and parenting is a good thing, and being a great role model matters. Those messages are more important now than they ever have been, it seems like, even though there's a tale as old as time. We're at a spot again where those types of things are vital to this world. So thank you for that. Um, what are some of the inspirations that you have in your world that are leading you and guiding you to become a better leader for your family, being a good father, and the decisions and the kind of demeanor that you want to set for? What are some of the inspirations that are there behind the scenes for you in your life?
my staple, my wife, my wife.
God,
I've been married to her about 4 or 5 years. Five, I want to
oh,
say 4 or 5, 5 years.
congratulations. Yeah.
Been with her for about 5 years, 6 years, and
God bless you guys.
yeah, she's my rock. Ever since
Mm,
I met her, life, like I think you mentioned the kaleidoscope, different
yeah.
viewpoints.
Right.
She's definitely changed my view of life. You know,
God.
in the past, I've always wanted to go to school to get big degrees and get a good job that pays lots of money, so I don't have to worry about much in life and just set my family up. When fast forward, that is not that's not how it works, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I think what to be to find that gets me up every morning and that drives me is literally just to on a daily find happiness,
Yeah.
and that is a challenge sometimes. On a daily for
Mm,
some, and my wife has gone through a lot. Uh, um, Her upbringing and just her life before I met her, right? And
yeah.
she's taught me where even in the worst situations, you can 100% be positive and get something positive out of it. And
Yeah.
it took a couple of years, and it still is taking a lot of me to learn that. But I think having her around has really grounded me and made
Mm,
me realize how important is that being a good dad out there is. Because even though I had a good dad and good mom, I still I still know I can do better, right? I think we all feel
yeah.
that way. Um, but she really empowers me to get up every day and just figure it out and go to work, put the work in, and if we can be consistent like that, our son and our family's gonna see it, and they take it
Yeah.
all in. They're little sponges. So, like since doing this whole fitness page as well, getting up
Yeah.
and getting to work with the gym and stuff, man, I I get so much good feedback from other people. I literally see changes in the gym. Like, man, people's bodies are changing. I didn't do anything. I just motivate them, cheer them on, and it feels good though. It feels really good to see people kill it, and then you hear good thing. You see transformations in the gym because of their hard work, but then you hear of
Yeah.
other good things and they're trickling in their lives, like a promotion or a new job, like you said,
Mm,
new family member. Um,
right.
you know, just them feeling better, them smiling more, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that honestly has a big part in it too. So, and that's literally the people that they say that I motivate. Man,
Mm,
they make me smile. They make me feel good because they're out there. I know the stuff that I struggle with. I see other
Yeah.
people get wins on those things. I'm like, oh man, that's a good feeling, and
Right.
that honestly on a daily pushes me.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
cycle that keeps on giving, right? It's a win-win. You just love pushing them and supporting them and their goals. And then it's a win-win when they see you win and they want to see you win and keeps on just win falling in that regard. It's a beautiful
yeah,
concept. I love that. Um,
yeah.
let's take a step forward in that regard, not just a step backwards. What are some of the things that you've done currently in the fact of being there for someone else? Um, I know that we had mentioned about the San Francisco show where we know a mutual individual through the gym in the community about being able to support
Oh yeah,
someone, some of the new thoughts that kind of came around that and the things that you felt and the things that you saw. Share a little bit with the audience about this fitness community and some of the eye-opening awarenesses that as a rough sketch of final draft family, we want to let you guys know that the fitness is out there and sometimes there's the wrong ideas about it. Anthony has had an
yeah.
amazing experience and got a chance to see some of the other side. So share with the audience a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, both Adam and I know a gentleman at the gym, and he was preparing for bodybuilding, men's physique
Yeah.
competition in San Francisco. And, like you, Adam, he's a great guy. He just sends off great vibes. And he came over, seen me working out, and he saw my physique, and he's like, man, let me go talk to this guy. All right. And so we just became good friends. And he's very, very humble. And so
Yeah.
he asked what I was thinking about the show, and I should probably go check it out if I'm thinking about doing one. And I think I talked to him for maybe 2 or 3 days at the gym in a row, and I was like, man, I got pretty close to him, so I was like, well, what do you think about me going out and supporting you, like, and go check it out? Do you think I can roll with you? And he
Yeah.
he loved the idea. He loved the idea. He was very supportive, and once I got to the show with him, it was a different. Again, I had a thought in my head that it was gonna be all the competitors and everything were gonna be like this, like,
Right.
to be honest, like you, Adam, and this other gentleman and I were kind of more friendly and
Yeah.
empathetic with others, I would say. And so when I got
True.
to the
True. True.
show,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
friend had to go do his thing, get prepped and everything. And so I was left to mingle and see what's up with the rest of the competitors and the employees and everything. So I just wanted to get my feet wet and get in there. And it was kind of troubling to me because the first hour I was there, I was like scratching my head. I was like, do I really want to
Mm,
get myself into this? Because what I what I what I've told myself currently is like, again, as a dad and trying to mature as a man, I just want to
yeah.
surround myself with good people, with good
Right.
hearts, and that mean well, right?
Yeah.
Because that's just who I want to align with. And so when I got to the show, I just try to be supportive of the competitors, and I really and it wasn't like they were mean or rude, but it just felt like they were, um, man, they were like I could sense like I was there to like crush their sandcastle, man. I don't know. It just
Right.
the vibes were not there,
Right.
and they were very
Yeah.
short with me, and
Yeah.
kind of just there for themselves. I could just feel the egos um when they're walking through. So that
Yeah.
kind of put me off at first. Um, but again, good people. Our buddy, once he hit that stage, I was telling Adam earlier, um, it just his humbleness and his 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 greatness, man. He's just a great guy. And when he
Yeah.
hit the stage, it had nothing to do with the poses. It had nothing to do with like the muscle of the sport. It was just his
Yeah.
vibes, his smile,
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
genuine. I think he had one chance to speak. Everyone else had something smart to say to promote
Yeah.
themselves or like something cheeky
Yeah.
to get maybe points from the judges and stuff. When it was our buddy's turn to say, his little spiel,
Yeah.
he literally said, "Thank you to my friend, me.
Yeah.
and everyone else in the crowd for coming and
And what a
cheering for all of
yeah.
us. Worked so hard for this. So I had nothing like, like here he has his 2 seconds to shine,
Yeah.
And what did he do? He thanked the crowd for coming to support not only him but everyone else that worked so hard here. And I
Yeah.
just really didn't feel that from any of the other competitors, which kind of downplayed what I wanted to see. Um, but man, it just drew me even closer with our buddy because now back, returning home,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have our newborn in January, and then I'm gonna start training for a show myself, and we're
Yeah.
gonna we're gonna team up, and uh, we're gonna kill it, and we're gonna do it properly, the healthy way, and
Amen.
all hard work.
That's right. Amen to that. And we will make sure that the Rough Sketch the Final Draft family is there with you, supporting you all the way. This is an incredible
Oh wow,
community
that'd be
of
awesome.
support and growth. So when that happens, yes, fam, I will be going to this wonderful man's show, and we'll be cheering him on. Maybe we'll do a
Yes.
live that day or something like that from the crowd, and we'll get a chance to see him enter the stage, cheering you on. But
Oh man,
it just it's
talk about stepping
incredible
out
in
of
the
your
sense.
comfort zone.
Yeah, well, that's right. We're bringing the whole entire family with us. That's it, and we keep growing. So, and again, to the family, thank you so much. As I said at the very beginning of this episode, we now have 452, I believe, members that are actually on the YouTube channel that are subscribed. 4,000 plus followers now on the Instagram. Things are growing and growing. So, thank you again to the family. And again, right now, actually, you keep on reminding me very, very well, family, and all the DMs and all the comments that you send me. I'm doing this better as being a YouTuber and a podcaster. If you like this, hit the like button and subscribe. And if you would like, follow the links down below that we'll provide for you later so that you can find this amazing coach, Anthony, and you can follow him on his incredible journey. And also reach out to him as well. We've done a great job of kind of talking around him and about him and so on and so forth to speak of his amazing accolades. He is an incredible coach. He is absolutely down to earth and humble, approachable, and really cares about the success of your growth. He's an amazing father. He's an amazing person, and he's willing, obviously, to go above and beyond for everyone. It's one of the reasons why I was honored to even have you be on the show today, of course, for the many, many reasons. But and I know that your story is
Thank
compelling and what you're going through in that regard. So shout outs to you and to your amazing wife as well. So I have yet to meet all of Anthony's amazing family and collective,
you. Soon,
community that
soon.
he's got over there. But shout outs there. Help you out.
Yes.
Let's transition a bit. We'll kind of talk about this show in that regard and types of ideologies and things like that for the benefit of the audience, especially when it comes down to fitness and the ideas of stigma that used to be there in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, and so on and so forth. And now of today, where it's much more the big guy in the gym or the super fit woman in the gym is usually the nicest and the kindest, right? Like the ideas of these Arnold Schwarzenegger still walking around and somehow that they've got the chip on the shoulder. It's so rare. It's so rare. So when
Yeah.
Anthony had this opportunity to go to this show, we still will see limmerings of it though, right? We'll
Yeah.
see these moments where the protection guard is up. And some of the things that obviously we talk
Yes.
about in the coaching sphere of that is really about being humble and realizing that there's still protection going on there. If there's a threat or a trigger, the individual feel like they've got to puff up their feathers, right? In that sense. And as someone who is a coach and someone who does coaching, what is it that you do even on that side? I know that more of it is, a fitness side for you, but do you ever actually kind of address those things or those things that are in your awareness when you're working with your clients? And how do you go about addressing if they're kind of in that wounded warrior kind of mentality? Do you address that and walk them through kind of working on the inner as well as the outer in your coaching?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Uh, Whoever I work with, I try to. I mean, the fitness is yes. They want to get fit. They wanna look good. They want to feel good. But when I
Right.
train people and I work with people, I honestly and truly hearted, don't want them just to be fit. I want them to
Yeah.
grow like as I'm growing. If they're especially because I work with a lot of dads, right?
Yeah.
Because they teach me more than they think, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm teaching them fitness, and then from there it'll trickle. The conversation will trickle. Just last week, I got a new guy, and I want to empower him to be a leader in his household through
Yeah.
fitness, right? And so
Yeah.
they right now. It's just like the third week. They're worried about the scale. Man, I hopped on the scale. I weigh more. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just the process, right? But the
Yeah.
thing is, at the end of the week, he told me, his son, hey dad, told him, hey dad, you going to the gym again? Yeah, son, I gotta signed up for this. And he says, "Well, next time when I'm gonna go with you next time." And
Yeah.
he told me when he came to the session that day that
Yeah.
that man that really changed his whole day and perspective of why he's doing this. And
Mm.
it meant to be for himself and just to make him feel better, feel good. But
Yeah.
that's not the real reason why we do this, because our we affect a lot more people than just ourselves. Um,
Amen.
so yeah, no, totally. I tried to make I'm not the best person. I'm still maturing and I'm still learning, but I know I have a lot of good traits as a friend, as a family man, and and I was raised right, right?
Yeah.
And I mean that in the sense where I was raised to have manners, to open doors for both men and
Mm.
women, right? Um,
Yeah.
so just that, as I get older and as a dad, I feel like sometimes the youngsters, which I do,
Mm.
I coach a lot of college kids. Um, that kind of has taken a back seat. The
Yeah.
please, the thank yous, the hold the doors open, the handshakes with looking in the eyes, just out of respect, the things like that, right? So I try to,
Yeah.
if I have a client or someone that I'm working with that is, let's just say, um, totally like unfaithful in their relationship, right? I
Yeah.
I don't think in my head I would be working with an individual as like that, because in the assessment and whatnot, we would have had at least one real conversation where that would have, true colors would have came out sooner or later. So
Yeah.
um but yeah, I try to encourage the fitness is just the starting point, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and once we figure out our habits that we don't want to do anymore, and how that affects our loved ones, right? That's where it really hits home.
Mm.
I feel. So yeah, I try
I
to
like that.
encourage
I really do.
just being um, you know empathetic, really, with others. You never
Yeah.
know what someone's got going on,
True enough.
especially in today's world, we're so busy. We're so busy,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
We can't.
Yeah.
You just gotta assume, you know, that yeah, some people don't have it all figured out, right? And they play it out like they do. Um, and
Yeah.
yeah,
The toughness of assumptions is always a rough one, isn't it? In the truest sense, we're all working through things,
yes,
right? That's the whole entire premise of
yes,
this show and the coaching aspect, and you and I as coaches together is the whole entire thing to really level up the awareness. And I think that maybe is one of the biggest muscles as we're talking about fitness and things like that. There's also mental fitness, one of the biggest muscles to flex for the sake of the audience, for Anthony,
yes,
for myself, something we're always humbling ourselves to do is to flex that awareness level, is to literally learn how to become better at being aware and being present for those around us, and certainly for those that we care about, and for ourselves, and holding that space to be able to say, look, I see that you're going through some stuff, and I'm here for you. And I'm also here to help you achieve your dreams and goals. And part of those dreams and goals, the achievement, is to make sure that the engine is well oiled. Not just that you're trying to get from your dream to your goal, which is from Modesto, California to San Francisco. The dreams and the goals have to have a well oiled system for being able to be there. And that's being able to hold space for us on the inside. That's the oil. That's what keeps us going, keeps everything
yeah,
properly oiled and well working and lubed up and ready to go so that everything's moving freely and the joints aren't getting bogged down with too much friction in the gears. So, to
yeah,
that, I definitely think that the messaging of being a good man is more important than ever. And I'm glad that you're getting a chance to surround yourself with other better fathers in that regard. And also, you're sharing with the
yes,
audience about the fact that they're helping you while you're helping them. And isn't that the way that it's supposed to go?
Oh
You want
yes.
to, yeah, expand upon that?
Both parties don't realize it until we're in the conversation or when you're back home when it hits you, you know. Um,
Yeah,
the Yeah, that's what I really, and that made my day when he said that. And then the about his son, one of my clients, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
he not only that weekend, um, they they took off to do. They're not very athletic or sportsy family, right? But
yeah,
he took a couple hours on the weekend and took him out and just got a couple, like I think he said, a soccer ball and a football, and just went to the park and just ran around and just moved, you know. And they said they haven't really done that in a long, like, ever. And
mm,
currently, yeah, that certain client was kind of down because he stepped on the scale and nothing changed, right? And I had
yeah,
to make him realize, like, man, when is the last time that you put 4 or 5 days of work in the gym? How many times do you go to the gym more than 2 days in a row? And yeah, yeah. Think
right,
about it for a second. He's like, never in my life, right? And I told
yeah,
him, "Do you realize you just killed it? You came into the gym 5 days this week, right?" And then he told me went out and did something on his own, physical, like
yeah,
right there in a week, your life has changed, right?
yeah,
Um, so like, and I wasn't planning on telling him that, and because I didn't realize that, I just asked him a simple question. We were in a conversation, and
mm,
his good feeling of that good feeling hitting his brain right there in front of me. I was like, oh, moment, you know, and it motivated him to go so much harder. And the next following week,
yeah,
tell you what, saw him this morning, and he was on a different mode, on a different level. Like I would think this guy has um, an athletic background, the way he's pushing and the
yeah,
way he was going, but
yeah,
he doesn't, and he was just killing it because he just found a
yeah,
spark. Um, that he knows he can do it, right?
yeah,
And on top of that, he has his family and son as support and watching him. So
yeah,
right there, that was beautiful. That was beautiful because his son is a little older than mine, right? Mine's a little baby still, but those
mm,
are the moments that I'm trying to work up to, so where my son can come up to me when he's old enough and want to play and want to be active and just be healthy, right? And
yeah.
yeah, after he shared that with me, holy heck, man, that made my whole day, right? Because
I
again,
love
as
it.
dads, the whole workout we talked about being good dads and doing cool things with our sons and daughters,
Yeah,
and that's what I live for, man. Is just being around good people, and then if we can help each other, why the heck not?
that's right.
You know,
I
life
couldn't agree more.
life is hard sometimes. Life's is tough, and there's no right answer. Um, and we all have different lives and different journeys, but when we share and are kind of vulnerable with what we struggle with, you'd
Mm,
be surprised where you get these answers, right? Um, I have a master's degree in leadership, so
mm,
like I don't like to put my MBA degree out there anywhere, but
cool.
I would think I would like now, well, 10 years ago or so, I would think I would only ask the people with degrees for help, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Yep.
Fast forward to now as a dad, I ask for help whoever has the experience and has the heart to want to help me, right? And has the
Yeah.
ears to try.
Yeah.
Which my thinking and since I was in my college days has, man, I'm a totally different person. Totally different
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Different perception shift taking place there for you in your world.
Oh, oh, big time, big time. My wife wouldn't even recognize me um, back 10 years ago. 10 years
Yeah.
ago, I was playing soccer. Was very, I would not want to say sexist, but I was a college athlete, and I just thought in sports and competitive sports, right, at a high level,
Yeah.
men and women were no comparison, and I was
Right.
really in college, I was known for being that kind of a jerk attitude and saying men is superior to everything, right?
Sure,
I
sure,
think
sure, sure.
about 4 or 5 years past that, I think my senior year, I had a all women's class on an accident, and there's no way of getting out of it. So
Yeah.
like, I was like, what am I going to do here, right? I took
Hmm.
it all in, and I learned so much. The following 2 years, uh, I ended up being the women's university coach of the soccer team, and that's
Yeah.
where I got my chance to get my MBA degree. And I was coaching the women's university team there a couple years. And so, yeah,
Cool.
I would see old teammates and old people that I know from back in the day, and they'd come to the games, and they would say, see who's coaching, and they were like, "What is happening? That guy?"
What is going on?
So, I
Right.
mean, right, and it's just that changed my perspective, coaching women and really seeing what they got, right? And us men are real sissies, I'll tell you that much.
It.
The women
Yes, you heard it
I
here
learned
first.
to I not only learned to respect the them, but also honor.
I do.
And
I think it's incredible
yeah,
that you had the full turnaround there, right? Just I'm adding in, keep going, but I think it's incredible that life did that for a full circle in the sense of get the full extreme experience that you had in one way when you were actually competitively a challenger in sports and doing it and kicking butt and doing all the things, and then life
yes,
brought you into this position where you are helping others kick butt and learn and grow and achieve, and it's a humbling aspect. Like you did get the accolades, and on top of that, now you're literally an integral part of their growth and development, and that changes the
hmm
inner humbleness on the inside. Keep going. I think that's beautiful for the audience. Keep going.
oh yeah, yeah. I continued coaching there. I eventually coached both the men's and women's
Yeah.
soccer team, and yeah, that got me a lot of good experience in the coaching world.
Hmm.
Um, as far as my fitness level and my fitness
Yeah.
journey and that
Yeah.
coaching aspect of that, away from sports, and that didn't start until uh, after I got done with coaching. Well, when I was
Hmm.
coaching, I started to drink a little more, and I wasn't a
Yeah.
player anymore. So I kind of just took the soccer coaching as it is, and no really gym. So I got kind of
Yeah.
heavy and decided again. Back then, I was a little younger, and I was single, right? So my whole motivation originally over 10 years ago was to look better so I can, maybe talk to a few more girls.
Sure.
Um, and that was
Sure.
full heartedly the only and full reason why I started hitting the gym hard.
Yeah.
Um, I I have a, athletic background, so I got muscle memory about a year and a half into working out pretty seriously. I could see a lot of
Hmm.
good changes and whatnot. And I was just found myself addicted to the change, right? And so I
Yeah.
kept going. About a year and a half in, I you're familiar with Del Rio up here in Modesto, yeah. I had
Yeah.
a
Correct.
wedding here locally at Del Rio,
Hmm.
and at the time, I stopped drinking for about a year now since I was doing the gym. I headed
Yeah.
over to the wedding and decided to drink with all my old buddies and all my old teammates the way we used to back, you know,
Sure.
several years
Yeah.
ago in the past. And so that led me to uh kind of kind of one of my lowest points. I For me, I ended up with a DUI that night,
Oh, wow.
and not knowingly, not knowingly, that in the morning, not only did I had to call my father to bail me out, but I
Yeah.
realized it was Father's Day morning that day.
Oh boy.
And so,
Wow.
you know, after feeling great and going to this wedding, I haven't seen these people, my friends and teammates, for God knows how long. Really good friends, ready to catch up, right? just to just to kind of throw it all away. I felt good because I've been working out so much, and everyone barely recognized me. They're like, "Wow, you look so great!" And so I let myself go on
Sure.
the drinking, and Thank God I didn't injure myself or anyone. Thank God. But
Hmm.
I tell you what, that was a life lesson. And coming
Yeah.
from the family that I come from, um, I was just scared and very of disappointing them. And I honestly didn't think my father was going to come get me. At this point in my
Okay.
life, I'm already old enough. I thought the answer was to
Yeah.
be like, "Well, you got yourself there, kind of, you figured it out." So I was very
Right.
scared. Um, but no, I come from a great family, and they had no hesitation. Was there, just make sure I'm safe, and felt loved and supported and safe. So, I think I was 26 at the time,
Okay.
and at that point, man, I just realized, like, man, family is a lot, and that
Yeah.
that really that right there, that is the point where I turned into my fitness pretty serious, and
Yeah.
that was, yeah, that's when I was already in doing the gym pretty seriously, right, like about a year and a half or so there, and yeah, ever since there I haven't stopped. I haven't not drank, but I don't have the urge to drink at all. I don't. I'll try to down one if I'm at a wedding. I think I was at a bachelor
Sure.
party like 3 months ago, and I think I
Right.
counted 6 or 7 throughout the whole weekend. Right.
Gotcha. Right.
But it's just a lifestyle change, and if anyone that knew me back 10 years ago would have said that I was going to be fit with not drinking, just that aspect, not drinking. Man,
Yeah.
I can't even think about when the last time I had a drink was. So,
Yeah.
fast forward to now, the fitness, the gym has done so much for me. Uh, Not only just teaching me how to be consistent, right?
Yeah.
But it's opened a lot of doors too, to a lot of people and a lot of experiences. Um, yeah, I just want to keep killing it in there and learning more.
Amazing. I'm gonna
The
take a hard
the
pause right now for the sake of the audience, in the sense of just and hold space for you. That's incredible, and I want to genuinely appreciate you for sharing so much there. That's a huge transformation, Anthony. I mean, that's monumental. And I think for the benefit of the audience, just allow everyone to have that sink in for just a moment. We can keep moving forward. This is huge. You're in a safe space. I've got you. You're with me. You're with the community that's only with love and acceptance and understanding for growth and healing. I just family. Just I'm holding space right now with Anthony. This is huge in that regard. What an amazing transformational journey. Give him a like down in the comment down section below. This is incredible. Just what an amazing transformation and such a authentic sharing moment that we just had there with you. I mean, that's incredible, good sir. I wasn't prepared for that,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
in the truest sense, I've always seen you in a certain way. So that I mean, as an authentic moment, even for the audience's sake, like I know Anthony, and Anthony is an amazing human being. Who he is today, I would always imagine that individuals that are as a bright light as he is have gone through amazing things. I didn't know what the story was. This is his story, and this is amazing. So again, just get if you
Yeah.
are loving everything that Anthony is sharing, leave a like down below right now, and Anthony, continue on. This is just incredible stuff. Keep moving forward, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, rough sketch to final draft, right? It's
Amen. That's right. Life is a
the
rough sketch,
life.
right? We're always working towards that final draft.
Yes. Yes. Heck yeah.
That's
And
right.
so yeah, I mean, that was just the start of I would say the spark and the drive to really stay consistent in there, because I it really helped
Yeah.
me along along the way. The gym literally made me stop drinking, just because I
Yeah.
was like getting kind of mad that my drinking was not letting my workouts, right, be as
Yeah.
good as they were, and I led it to I worked so hard in there that I was like, man, I can't be downplaying this. I worked too hard for this. And as life
Right.
gets busier, you need to figure out how to get in there, right? Um,
Yeah.
but I think I do have to shout out to my wife, because I do get in the gym like a little gym rat still with little baby here. She
Yeah.
is amazing, amazing, amazing. And that's the next goal, is to work with I like to work with parents, dads, but
Yeah.
also moms. And my wife is going to be the first one when she, after January, getting back in shape and in the right way after having the
Yeah.
baby. So that's another area where I'm excited to learn and be a part of. I mean, I know it's going to be my own wife, but to help others in that
Well,
situation as well.
amen. And it's
Going
always
forward,
wonderful, regardless of whether or not.
yeah,
I'll
and
keep going.
let's
Yeah.
see. Um, yeah, that was a really big moment in my life. Not only to remind me how great of a family I have, um, in the good and bad times.
Yeah.
They've always been, like I said, they've always been there to support and love you. But uh, there's moments like that that are they're like, wow, you got just the embarrassment and disappointment. But they didn't make me feel like that at all. They made me feel
Yeah.
that I was, again, safe, and I did make a mistake, but you're here and we'll work on it. Sound good? And that's, it's just all it just safety, comfort level.
Yeah.
And yeah, as a father now, that's all we have to worry about is putting a smile on that little boy's face and making sure he knows that he's safe, right? Um going going forward on the fitness, I
Yeah.
continued continued. Um I found my wife, got married, and I've just been, you know, all as for as long as I can remember, been putting the work in the gym, and she's been helping me do that by taking care of stuff at home and things and the kid. Um,
Yeah.
Fast forward to this, I just started a fitness page, right, on Instagram about 3 or 4
Right.
months ago. Um, so I got a lot of good feedback as soon as I started that, and then but the reason why I started it was I didn't share with you this at all, Adam, either. So you didn't know this,
Yeah.
but I started the
Do
fitness
tell.
page just to figure out. Uh, yes, I have fitness and workouts and everything to share, but
Hmm.
the real reason why I started it is to not only help people with mental health, um,
Yeah.
parents alike like me, um,
Yeah.
but myself. I put it out there, so I just did it to get out of my comfort zone, and
Hmm.
then kind of to hold myself accountable to everything that I was trying to preach. Right? Uh,
Yeah.
just fitness is just half the battle. It's the
Yeah.
mental health, right? Our emotions, and that's something honestly I still struggle with. Um, at the gym, everyone
Hmm.
sees me killing the workouts, looking good, feeling good. But sometimes when
Absolutely.
I check out of the gym, I have to go back to my troubled emotions and my emotions that I can't keep right straight.
Yeah.
And so my mental space, right, isn't
Yeah.
like as healthy as you would think. I'm not saying I'm crazy or anything, but I'm just saying we all struggle with it, right? And I think
Right. Right.
um I struggle the most because I beat myself up a lot. Um
Yeah.
Even when I think, I'm doing a good job, I know I could do better. Or if I'm doing a not so good job, I think that life's over. I'm done.
Right.
Those flashes still go through my head, and I struggle with it. And so when I
Yeah.
started the fitness page, um, I wanted to help others do fitness, but also
Hmm.
start getting the mental space out there, right? And yeah, within a week, I got support, feedback, and then I started having conversations. And after the fifth conversation of, yeah, me too, right? So
Yeah.
many people have the same similar problems and struggles. And that's what made me realize that, oh, yeah, I got to keep going with this. I got to keep going with
Yeah.
this because I talked to too many people just today, right? That day where
Yeah.
it just hit home. It hit home.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's the real reason why I started my little fitness page I got going. And ever since I did, it's been getting good feedback. like you said before, the other people that are reaching out for good, giving me good feedback, they are really
Yeah.
teaching me and really good knowledge of valuable lessons of the stuff that I'm going through.
Yeah.
So they're giving me answers just by conversations that we have, right? Different
Yeah.
perspectives. Yeah. So that has
Absolutely.
been really good for me
Good.
to share that with everyone else, and then really get, excuse me, a better answer on my how to deal with like my mental issue, not mental issue, but my mental space, right? Um,
Sure. Sure.
mental health. So um, that has been a blessing ever since I started the page, and I don't know if I told you, but I
Hmm.
got not famous a little bit for 2 seconds, but the
There we go.
the fitness app. You're aware of the Project Rock, Dwayne Johnson,
Yeah.
Under Armour
Yeah. Yeah.
brand.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep.
I started the page like what 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks into it, and
Yeah.
they had a contest to all America, and
Hmm.
it was a dip contest for through Project Rock, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, so I was like, I think they set the bar to 35, and I looked at it, I
Okay.
was like, what, 35? We can kill that. And so I think I ended
Sure.
up doing like, I think I did like 47 or something like that,
Wow.
proper ones,
Right on.
and
Right. 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 Right.
I
Yep.
don't think that won it, but I ended up doing about 6 or 7 dips with the 245 plates around me, and
Yeah.
um anyways, they I got an email, and they only picked I think 5 winners or so, and I got
Yeah.
picked chosen as one of the winners from the brand, and they sent me over their new Project Rock UFC collaboration shoe, and
Nice.
I got a prize, free shoe, and I got to be put on their story on their Instagram, and so like I go through all my my Instagram views and reels and whatnot, and they're all
Yeah.
1, 2, 300 max. And those two
Right.
that got shared with those guys were like I think 19 or 25,000.
Wow.
So that that was like that's so
Absolutely.
that was really
Well, yeah.
exciting for me. Really, really exciting. Yeah,
Yeah. You're getting the right attention from the right things. No, I think,
yeah,
again, just to kind of give the audience an amazing moment just to pause and kind of recollect and acclimate to everything that's going on. I mean, Anthony, you've got a lot of things going on. You're doing great in life. I know that you're working through things, and that's one of the greatest things too. I want to hold space right now for you and the audience as well, and the fact of this is it. Life is real and it's raw, right? This is the beautiful thing about it. It's not perfect. It's not a sunny rainbow every single day. It's absolutely the truth of the things where you get down and roll up your sleeves and get your hands in the dirt. And you're an amazing example of that. I mean, if I can just to summarize and paraphrase, I usually do this for the sake of the audience to just kind of give them visualizations and summarize things that we're chatting about. Um, is the fact that you've gone through such a journey, literally from where you were to where you are now, the growth that you've experienced, the ups, the downs. We have breakdowns that lead to breakthroughs, and you've had several of these impactful moments throughout the course of your life. The drinking moment, and so on and so forth, that had you have this entire new revivification of your life and the views that you had on things. Getting the career that changed your views of the past, and you grew as an individual and as a man, and set the pillars in place to be a better father, even though that wasn't at the point in time yet. It was already placing it as stepstones as the growth in your life. Then to where we are now, where you're doing a great deal with working with community people, creating a community of great fathers, being good leaders, being an example to your children, giving credence and credibility to your amazing wife, wanting to be an amazing example for your children that are on their way and the one that already is. Um, and just being an incredible
thank you.
person to be around and to associate with, right? And of course, you won some amazing competition, and there's many competitions to win coming soon that we will be watching very intently with you with on. And I want to just hold a moment to just appreciate you and allow the audience to just get a chance to understand who you are. If anything else, one of the things that has always touched me about individuals such as yourself, you are genuinely an empathetic person. You are an empath. You have a soul. You have a heart. You're vulnerable. You're authentic. You're a real, genuine person. You're a full fledged human being. perfect? No, none of us are, right? Least of all me, and we're working towards something that's better than what we were the day before, but not perfect, right? We're always working
Yes.
towards that. And you're an amazing human soul. And I just appreciate you so much, Anthony. I think one of the best things for anyone to know about you, too, if they're thinking about having you as a coach, because I'm sure that many people will filtrate to your page from the Rough Sketch of Final Draft family. And they're going to find this recording either on podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts in the future, is that you're really a coach with a heart. And yet you have the awareness to understand that life is real and you work with people in a real way. You care about their goals and you want to help them achieve where they're going. And you are working on things yourself, which makes you real, approachable, and genuine. So I just want to do that for the sake of the audience so they get a kind of a chance to, ruminate and let that marinate and just understand who you are as an individual. You're just an incredible person. And I'm grateful that you're here on the show. Do you have anything else that you want to add? Because I know that we're kind of coming up to the top of an hour here. Do you have anything else that you want to get into or anything that you want to add for the audience?
Man, I just want to thank you for introducing yourself to me and being a friend now, right? A
Absolutely.
colleague, I would say, but more as a friend. Um, and like I said, you've taught me a lot just through your, the handful of conversations that we've had, but they haven't been very long either, but they've been very heartfelt, and I remember almost every one of them because they hit hard, they hit home. Um,
Yeah.
and because I the reason is because I feel it. You're genuinely wanting to you, you want me to do good. You want others to do good. And it
Yeah.
screams, and the vibes just come is screaming out of you. And that's how I resonate. That's how I like to feel and how I like to be known for it, right? And I just want to be a good person. That's it. While trying to find my own happiness on a daily, right? That's hard. That's a hard thing too. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I found my passion is just helping others through fitness, and they help me with my personal life so much more than they know. And yeah, I'm gonna make a life change here, and just we're just going all in on this coaching and the fitness, and we're out here trying to change lives, but also um what you said on the last podcast with Lulu, I think as a
Hmm.
life coach, right? I think she was
Yeah.
a beauty coach, if I'm right, life beauty coach.
Correct. Yep. Correct.
Yeah, she. You both said something that hit home 100% with me. Is because getting into this fitness training and all this, the business aspect of things, right? Um,
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, how do I create a game plan on being profitable and helping others, but also I don't want them to be paying me, or if they want to be a friends and colleagues, phenomenal, and stay in contact,
Right.
right? But I want to be. That's what I went to school for. I got
Yeah.
my master's in leadership, and in graduate school, I really learned that there's different types of leaders, obviously, but I
Yeah.
realized what type of leader I want to be.
Hmm.
And ever since I finished graduate school, is like, I to my heart, I just want to work hard so I can create other leaders, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to be the boss man up top all the time. You don't want
Yeah.
to be that main guy. You want to bring others with you, as many as you can, and that that mindset right there is what I try to just everything I do in life, right? Whether it be in the gym or in the grocery store.
Yeah.
You just want to create other leaders and just bring them all in with you.
Amen to
So,
that.
right?
Well, there's no question in my mind or in the audience's mind at this point in time that you are not the genuine article. You certainly are the genuine article, my friend. You absolutely are, and you have made a friend in this man's
Thank you,
heart.
man.
And I'm sure you've made a friend in many of the community members who are going to be listening to this and benefiting from it for years to come. But what a great conversation, good sir. It's been an honor. And
Well,
let people know where they can find you right away if you want to be found. Is it through the Instagram?
yes, yes. Thank you, Adam, so much for the opportunity, and I had a great time. And this is definitely stepped me out of my comfort zone, and really, really helping me grow and push myself And after this is all done, I want to go even harder and hold myself accountable to the things that we're all preaching and striving for, right? Yeah,
Amen.
my Instagram page is at Pulido_fitness,
Mm,
and it's all about just gym motivation. I'm this 2024 hopefully is going to be a big year for all of us. I'm working on the online fitness app. I'm not sure how that's gonna go, but I'm working towards it. I know I can do it. I know I can do a lot of stuff. I got a lot of things planned. But yeah, right now I'm just doing the personal training and yeah, gym motivation on the Instagram, and
there
you
we
can
go.
find me there. I kind of followed your dynamics of the Direct Me
Okay,
website there, so I'll have all my information up and running by the time the podcast comes out, I believe. So I'll be up and
beautiful.
running, ready to go.
All right. We're looking forward to it, good sir. Well, many shout outs to your amazing family, your incredible life changing wife, the men that you counsel and the men that you coach that are being good fathers out there, and to your amazing little one that is already with us and the one that is on its way. So, from the Rough Sketch of Final Draft family and from Coach Adam, much love to you. And to everyone out there, thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, fam. Cheers.
Thanks. Bye bye.